Hello future engineers, there is another video in algebra, particularly on setting up systems of linear equations. So translating algebraic statements or English statements to algebra. So my mere purpose of this video is to develop your skills in translating English to algebra for you to be prepared in engineering life. So that's my intention. The problems here are not so difficult to comprehend. They are easy. In fact, for those who are already good in mathematics, definitely they will not have time just glancing at these problems. But for those who will accept that they are still improving, developing, this is a good way of training yourselves to speed up your thinking skills, analytical skills in setting up equations, thereby helping you to become better and very good, excellent uh, engineering students in the future. So here is the first problem. The perimeter of a rectangular field is 628 meters. The length of the field exceeds its width by 6 meters. If the field can be sold at $20 per square meter, how much does it worth? So we will first determine the dimensions of the rectangular field. The perimeter is twice the quantity length and plus the width. So the length of the field exceeds its width by 6 meters. So if we denote the width as W, then the length is W plus 6. So that is perimeter 628. So that's 2 times quantity length, which is W plus 6 plus width W equals 628. Solving for W is 154 meters, so it follows that the length is 154 plus 6, so 160 meters. Then the worth of this field at $20 per square meter would be $20 per square meter times the area, which is length times width, 160 times 154. So 20 times 160 times 154 or vice versa, it is equal to $492,800. Next problem, the perimeter of a rectangle is 86 centimeters. The length is 19 centimeter greater than the width. Find the length of the diagonal. The diagonal is the square root of the square sum of squares of the length and the length square plus width square. So let's find first the length and the width. So the length is 19 cm greater than the width, so it is W plus 19 if you denote the width as W. Perimeter 2 times length, 2 times quantity W plus 19 plus the width W and equate it to 86. So 2 times quantity W plus 19 plus W is 86. So W is 12 cm and the length is 31 cm. Therefore, the diagonal is square root of 31 square plus 12 square, and that is equal to 33.24 centimeters. Next, the measure of one of two supplementary angles is 8 degrees, more than 3 times the other. Find the measure of the larger of the two angles. So the larger angle is that uh, angle where it is 8 degrees more than 3 times the other. So if the smaller angle, supplementary angle is denoted by S, or if the larger is denoted by B, then the smaller would be 180 degrees minus B. And since the larger B is 8 more than 3 times the other, so that means B is equal to 3 times quantity 180 minus B plus 8. So B is 3 times quantity 180 degrees minus B plus 8 degrees. So that would be B plus 3B 4B equals 548 degrees, because 3 times 180 plus 8 is 548. So B is 548 degrees over 4, and that is equal to 137 degrees. Next, a train leaves Boston for New York 532 kilometers away at 9 a.m. 1 hour later, a train leaves New York for Boston. They meet at noon. If the second train had started at 9 a.m. and the first train at 10:30 a.m., they would still have met at noon. Find the speed of the faster train. So we expect that the faster train is one that is coming from New York, because the travel time is less and they still meet at noon. So we will denote the speed of the train coming from Boston going to New York as vis-a-vis, and the speed of the train coming from New York going to Boston as vis-a-vis. So the travel time of that first train that is from Boston to New York is 3. That's the difference between 9 a.m. and 12 noon, while the travel time of the train coming from New York going to Boston is 2 hours only, because that train started 1 hour later. So equation v sub b times 3 plus v sub n times 2 equals, or v sub b times 3 plus v sub n times 2 equals 532. Sorry, 432 rather, kilometers. Then for the second situation, travel time of the second train would be 3, which is from New York, and the first train 10:30, so travel time is 1.5. So the second equation would be v sub b times 1.5 plus v sub n times 3 equals 432. So solving these two equations simultaneously yields v sub b 72 kph, and v sub n, the faster train, is equal to 108 kph. So that's it for that problem. Let's proceed to the next. Three solutions are given. Find the equation. So find this equation. This is the equation, and these are the solutions. So for the first equation, x is 1, y is 3/4, z is 3. Substitute here. So that would be a times 1, or a plus 3/4 b plus 3c equals 12. Call that equation 1. Then we substitute the second solution here. 4/3 a plus b plus 2c equals 12. Call that equation 2. And next, 2a plus b plus c equals 12, and equation 3. So use solving these three equations simultaneously, because your calculator is allowed, high-tech calculator is allowed to solve simultaneous equations. We get a3, b4, and c2. Therefore, the equation 3x plus 4y plus 2z equals 12. Next, write an equation of the line containing the point 5, 1 and perpendicular to the line y minus 3x equals 2. So remember that two lines are perpendicular if the product of their slopes is -1, or the slope of one line is the negative reciprocal of the other, or simply from the given equation, the coefficients interchange and the sign between them will also change. So if one line, we write this line as 3x minus y equals -2. the line perpendicular to this will have an equation x plus, because this is minus, plus 3y equals 3 times x1 plus 3 times y1. So again, x plus 3y equals 5 plus 3 times 1. That's the expected equation of the line perpendicular to this line here. So therefore, the second line perpendicular to the first and containing 5 comma 1 as 1 point is x plus 3y equals 8. Next, this is our last problem for this video. To store material at one warehouse for 6 weeks cost $42. For 13 weeks, it cost $73.5. Letter A, fit a linear function to the data, and B, how much would it cost to store the material for 26 weeks. Although calculator techniques can be used here, linear in statistics, linear uh, stat, linear function, I'll present this in an algebraic way. So the data points are, I'll make the cost the second value, so time and cost. So 6 comma 42, then we have 13 comma 73.5, and t comma c for the variable. So 13 comma 73.5, then the third point t comma c. Slope is delta y over delta x. So m is 73.5 minus 42 over quantity 13 minus 6, and that slope is equal to 4.5 or 9 halves. We then equate this slope to the slope involving t comma c and this point here for simplicity. So we have m is also 4.5 is also c minus 42 over quantity t minus 6. Then we cross multiply, c therefore is 4.5 quantity t minus 6 plus 42. So that's the linear function that fits this data. So we substitute t equals 26 into this equation and solve for the cost. So 4.5 times quantity 26 minus 6 plus 42, and that is equal to $132. So that's it for this video.